Hello and welcome to Pabbly. So a lot of users were facing issues while sending emails to multiple email address using Microsoft Outlook step inside Pabbly Connect. So here guys, in this video we are going to discuss how you can do that, how you can send email to multiple email addresses from Microsoft Outlook over here. So here on my screen, you can see that I have created an automation workflow inside Pabbly Connect. In this workflow, we have selected the trigger as Pabbly Form Builder. This is just an example which we are going to use in this video. So you can basically create any trigger. You can basically create any automation workflow of your choice. So here we have created this trigger. We have connected our Pabbly Form Builder account, this particular form with Pabbly Connect. And after making the form submission, we have also captured the response. So I'm supposing the rest of your automation workflow with the trigger step is created. Now we will just directly move to the action step of Microsoft Office 365. So we'll just scroll down, come to our action window, and here in Choose App, we are going to search for Microsoft Office 365. Just select it over here. After selecting this, under Action Events, in this drop-down, you can see a list of different action events over here. Out of all of this, because we want to send an email from our Outlook account to multiple users, we will be selecting Send Mail to Multiple Users as the action step. Then just click on this Connect button and select Add New Connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Microsoft Office 365 account, our Outlook account with Pabbly Connect. So here in my browser, I have already logged into my Outlook account over here. So now we will just click on this Connect with Microsoft Office 365 button, select your Outlook account using which you want to send the emails. And then just scroll down and click on Save or Yes over here. Now when we click on Yes, we will see our Microsoft Office 365 account will get connected with Pabbly Connect over here. And yes, the connection is done. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the subject, that what will be the subject line of the email. So here you just have to create the subject line which you want to send email with. So I want my subject line to be, let's take an example, like I want to share the responses of this form submission. I want that whenever this form submission is received, a new form submission is received, I want to send the details of that form submission to my team members, to my 2 or 3 team members. So here I want my subject line to be, for example, new form submission received. So I want my subject line to be this. Now, after entering the subject line of your choice, the next thing it asks us is the content type. So here in this dropdown, we have 2 different types of content. Either we can create a plain text content or you can create an HTML email as well. So on the basis of type of email you want to send, you can select the content type over here. In this video, I'm just selecting a plain text email. Then it is asking us for the body content, that what is the actual body of the email which we want to send. So I want my body to be hello, and after hello, I want my email to be. Okay, so this is the kind of email body I want to send. Hello, we have received a new form submission. And here in this email, we will be also mentioning the details, the responses of the form submission as well. So here in this form, we are asking the user their first name, last name, email, and mobile number. So we want to send the same form submission as an email from our Outlook account to our team members as well. So what we have to do, we are going to map the responses of form submission from our trigger step from Pabbly Form Builder responses to this action step. And I guess you all must be familiar with the process of mapping. We will just click here, and here in this dropdown, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from previous step. Out of all of these responses, just select the response of first name and map it over here. Then just add a space, and from the drop down, select and map the response of last name as well. So we have mapped the complete name. Then let's map the email address as well in this email and also the mobile number. So as I told you, we are just taking an example of making this form submission of Pabbly Form Builder as a trigger application. You can basically create any automation workflow of your choice in your Pabbly Connect account and then add this action step over here. So we have created the body of the email as well and mapped the required data. Then let's come to the important field, that is to recipient. That to which users, to how many users, and what are the email address of the users on which we want to send these emails. Now here guys, we have to basically enter the email address of multiple recipients in this format as given in the help text. So we have to open the curly braces, then we have to enter this email address in double quotes, then after a colon, In another curly braces, we have to mention address in double quotes, and then in double quotes, we have to enter the email address, and then we are going to close this curly braces as well. After this, we are going to add a comma, and we are going to enter the same thing with another email address over here. So in this particular format, we have to enter the recipient emails over here in this action step. Now here guys, in this field, let's enter the email address. Just copy this format from here, just paste it. And here in this format, in this particular email field, just clear the email address from here. And you have to enter the email address on which you want to send the emails. So let's take an example of this is the email address of the user, the first user to whom I want to send the email. So in this format, we have to enter the email address. Now here in this video, I just manually entered the email address over here in this way. But if you want, you can basically map the email address from your previous step as well. So for example, if you want to send the email to this person who has submitted the form as well, you can map this response of email as well from some previous step from which you are getting the email address. Right now, I'll just enter a dummy email address over here to whom we are going to send this email. Then after this, let's add a comma after closing the double curly braces. Just add a comma and we have to enter the same format over here once again. Now this time here in address field, after address, we have to mention the second email address or another email address on which we want to send the email. For example, this is the email on which we want to send the email. So on this email address, this is the second email address on which I want to send the email using this action step. So in this way, in the same format after adding the comma, we have entered the second email address. Now you can add another comma, and in this way, you can basically add as many email addresses you want. So we'll just paste the exact same format, and after that, here you can enter the third email address or another email address as well of your choice. So here, as I told you, in this way, by adding the commas and in this format, you can mention as many email address, as many recipient of this email you want. So if you want to send the email to same set of users, you can manually enter this email address. You can type them. Or if you want, you can get the email address from your Trigger application or some other applications in the previous step and map the email addresses over here as well. After two recipient, here the next thing it asks us is the CC recipient and BCC recipient. So in the same way in which we have entered the multiple email addresses in this to recipient field, you can basically add multiple email addresses in the same format by adding commas in CC recipient and BCC recipient as well. So if you want to add some users in CC or BCC of this email, you can add the email addresses of those users in the same format over here. And you can also add multiple email addresses using the same format by adding commas between them. Right now in this video, I won't be adding any users in CC or BCC for now. Then after entering to recipient and creating the complete email body with subject line, just click on this Save and Send Test Request button. Now when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received the response. And this response seems to be a blank response, but still a positive response to us. This response shows that the email body which we have created, this email with this subject line is been sent to all of these recipients whose email address we have added in this to recipient field in this format. So let's check it. First, we will go to our Outlook account and we will see the sent box over there. So we'll just go to Outlook and go to the sent section. Sent items. And yes, here you can see that the exact same email which we have created inside Pabbly Connect, this same email with the same details of the form submission is being sent from our Outlook account. And this email is being sent to 3 users. This is the first email address on which we send the email. This is the second email address and this is the third email address. The same 3 email address which we have entered over here in to recipient field inside Pabbly Connect. This means using this action step, we are successfully sending the emails. Now we are going to check the email inbox of these accounts as well. We'll go to the first email inbox, just refresh the page. And yes, here you can see that we have received an email from our Outlook account over here. So in this way, you can see the same email which we have created inside Pabbly Connect is been sent to the first user. And you will check the email inbox of the second user as well. And they have received the email as well, the same email as well. This means guys, using this action step of Microsoft Office 365 that is send mail to multiple users, you can automate the process of sending emails to multiple users by setting up this step in your Pabbly Connect automation workflow. So this was the complete guide on how you can set up send email to multiple users action step for Microsoft Office 365 inside Pabbly Connect. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you have any doubts or queries, you can write us in the comment box below or come to us at our forum. So this is it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.